Hello YouTube, this is my PlayStation 2 component cables video remade. Now, I made a video like this back 2 years ago, but the reason why I want to remake it is because, simply put, it's old. My video quality was very horrible. I was using my first ever camera on YouTube, which was a cheap HD flip cam by Memorex, and it's before YouTube started doing the HD thing. My commentary was horrible, very horrible. I wasn't good with my commentary then than I am now, so my commentary was horrible. It took forever for me to get to the point, so the video was just horrible. But what's really encouraging me to remake this video is that it's my most successful video on YouTube that I posted so far. Over 22,000 views, over 95 comments, still getting feedback to this day, positive feedback. People want me to help them out with this and that, asking me questions and stuff like that. Still getting positive feedback and everything from those videos, and I want to delete them so bad because I don't like them. I watched them 10 times. They're horrible. I just don't like them. And for some reason, you guys of YouTube, you guys love them. You guys been showing love all this time. So with that said, I decided to take my new camera, remake it, and hope you guys enjoy it. With that said, I'm going to get to the point. So, So, as you can see, I got the system up right now. First thing you want to do before you even plug in your component cables, depending on how your TV is, you want to go ahead and go to component video output. Now you want to choose YCB/PB CR/PR, not RGB. Do not choose RGB. If you choose RGB, then you're choosing the wrong setting. You're not going to get a picture on the screen when you turn on the game, or when you try to enable progressive scan. It's not going to work correctly. You're going to get a black screen, and this is not going to work. Now, what is progressive scan? Progressive scan is the amount of lines that's scanning across the TV that delivers a picture. Interlace is a lower quality, is lower than progressive scan. So when you see 480i, 1080i, 1080i is still a good high definition signal, but it's interlace. Progressive is it's basically a higher resolution. Just like when I record at 24 megabits per second or 12 megabits per second, they're both 1080p, but one is just a higher resolution. I think you can guess which one is a higher. So progressive is always better. With that said, I'm going to go to my next comments and questions I'll be getting. But to show you guys that, I'm going to go ahead and close my curtains. And I'm going to get my camera. Now, a lot of people ask me, how do I get rid of these lines that's on the screen? I'm getting these lines on my screen, and it's irritating me, and I can't get rid of them. That is caused from electronical interference from the PS2 and all kind of other hookups you have on your TV. And even if you don't have anything hooked up on your TV, you still can get electronic interference because the PS2 is old tech. And when you're trying to hook it up to your HD TV, you're going to get electronical interference because PS2 has its own electronics, and the TV itself has its own electronics. And you have cell phones in your house that may cause electronical fields and stuff like that. So with that said, I'm trying to help you guys out as much as possible. First thing you want to do is plug up your PS2, and you want to go to the back of your TV or wherever your inputs are at, and you want to unplug every single thing, especially HDMI cords and cable cords. HDMI cords and cable cords, you want to make sure your cable cord is unscrewed from your TV, your HDMI cords are unplugged from your TV, and then when you look back up to the screen, no lines. Now, you may still experience some lines still going up the screen faintly, but what you want to do to get rid of those is go to your TV settings itself, go to the sharpness, and turn the sharpness down to medium or a little bit lower than medium. Now, you don't need the sharpness up on your TV when you're playing these old school games, because these older games don't have anti-aliasing, which get rid of the jagged edges around pictures. So by turning up your sharpness, you're just increasing the jagged edges, the jaggies, what people call them. So with that said, I'm going to show you guys how to enable progressive scan. Right now I got in Resident Evil 4, one of the best games on the PS2. Right when the game launches, you want to hold down triangle and X at the same time. Don't let them go, just keep holding them down until you see the progressive scan option pop up. So, the system will now run a brief test to gauge progressive scan mode. You want to go to yes. Now, also, you will know if your TV don't support, or if the game don't support progressive scan, because this will not pop up. Another way to find progressive scan inside a game is to go to the options. All you gotta do is go to the options. Some games have it within the options. Go to yes. Now, if you have a black screen after you go to yes, that means you don't have your component cables hooked up right, or whatever. Now, a lot of people also ask me, well, Noob Sidebar, what games you think is good for progressive scan? What games should I pick up for progressive scan? First off, Resident Evil 4 don't look half bad at all in progressive scan. All the Fatal Frame games support progressive scan, even the first one, if I'm not mistaken. I got all of them. Metal Gear, I think the Metal Gear games support progressive scan. If it don't, it still look good with the component cables hooked up. Looks very good with the component cables. Some of the racing games look good in progressive scan. Let me see. There's a couple. Oh, Shadow of Colossus supports progressive scan. You can go hold down triangle and X. Some games, like I said, you don't have to. You can go straight to the options and go to it. So as you see how good that looks, very smooth. And you also get a higher frame, like a slightly higher frame rate. Like the frame rate kind of looks better when you're at progressive scan instead of interlace. So, with that said, leave your comments down below. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope I didn't leave anything out. Also, another question I get asked, what kind of component cables I'm using. Basically, I'm not using any like Sony cables. I'm actually using Intech component cables. And of course, the cutscenes always look horrible. The cutscenes never look all that good. I'm trying to go up to a new game. Something wrong with my controller. There we go. The cutscenes always look horrible or whatever. But when it goes back to the regular game, you can tell it as in progressive scan. It looks a little bit smoother. Show you guys a little bit of that real fast, just a little bit.
1998. I'll never forget it. It was the year when those grisly murders occurred in the Arklay Mountains.
Yeah, my controller's acting stupid. So right now I'm walking around in circles right now. But things always got to mess up when I start recording, when I make videos. But anyways, it's got nothing to do with the game. Oh, there we go. I didn't have my DualShock thing on. That would explain it. Keep turning itself off though for some reason. So with that said, people, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. As you can see, the game looks more smoother. Of course, it doesn't look all super HD like 1080p and stuff like that. But make sure it brings a new life to your PS2 games. I mean, I advise people to go through your 100. Like if you have 100 PS2 games or a handful of them, go through your PS2 games and play them and see if they support progressive scan. Even if it don't, the component cables brings a whole new life to your games. It makes your games look way better. I mean, like a comment somebody left me before. It's how Sony intended for the PS2 to look, and it does. I mean, it amazed me. I played my PS2 for like 2 months straight and nothing else when I first got my component cables. So thank you guys for watching. Thanks for all the feedback, all the support. If you've been watching my other videos, thanks for watching this one. Tell your friends about this one. Get off that raggedy one I made 2 years ago. But yeah, peace out.